Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to this segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day, where we are reciting Sri Rag Mahalla Pehla, the 14th Shabad of Mahalla Pehla. Sunni Deh Daravani Jajyo Vichho Jai, Pahe Balandi Vichvi, To Na Nikso Kai, Panche Runne Dukh Pare, Bin Se Duje Pae, मूड़े राम जपो गुणसार हव मैं ममता मोहनी सब मुट्ठी अहंकार रहाओ जिन्नी नाम विसारिया दूजी कारे लग दुबदा लागे पच मुए अंतर तृष्णा अग गुर राखे से उबरे होर मुट्ठी धंधे ठग मुई प्रीत प्यार गया मुआ वैर विरोध धंधा थक्का हव मुई ममता माया क्रोध कर्म मिले सच पाइयै गुरमुख सदा निरोध सच्ची कारे सच मिलै गुरमत पल्ले पाए सो नर जम्मे ना मरै ना आवे ना जाए नानक दर प्रधान सो Dargah paida jai. So if we notice that the opening stanza describes a frightening sight of death, where breathing has ceased and the animating spirit, the life force, has departed. Sunni Deh Daravani, such a sight, such a body is scary. Jajyo vichon jai. Bahabalandi Vijvi Tuhona Niksho Jai. The smoke, symbolic of breath and speech, no longer come out of it. The senses are depicted as shedding tears, filled with sorrow of missed moments, of having wasted away in love of duality. Panche runne, dukh pare, binse duje pai, in the love of the other. Now, this dual consciousness that Guruji is talking about here, he's obviously referring to it as Duje Pai, is the foundational affliction of humankind. This is the seductive power of Haume, or ego, which gives rise to the self-deception of a false or a separate identity. Haume, Mamta, Mohani, Sab Muthi, Ahankar. It gives rise to that sense of a separate identity, and this loss of awareness, self-awareness of the inner self, distracts the mind into the allure of the senses. Jinni naam visarya, loss of awareness, duji kare lag, then they simmer in the fire of double-mindedness and desire. Dubada lagge, pachamue. Antar Trishna Ag, the fire of desire. And when the appointed time comes, that is, when it is time to leave the earth, what is left behind is regret and sorrow at having missed the opportunity of discovering oneself, of having been deceived. Panche runne dukh pare, binse duje pai, as we noted earlier. So it is this condition of double-mindedness that stems from a dual consciousness that makes the mind unstable, it makes the mind vacillating, and it renders the mind lacking in conviction of any kind. And the result is that you have an individual, very familiar to us, two-faced, fork-tongued, deceitful, treacherous, simmering in the juice of its own desires, being tossed about like a leaf in a gust of wind. What I mean by that is there just isn't the ability to discern and discriminate as to which way to move. Should we go this way? Should we move the other way? Where are my loyalties? Am I on this side or that side? We become opportunists, just trying to please our senses all the time and going with the maddening crowds, if you will. At bottom, what it says is that you're lacking in a value system. You're lacking in an inner moral compass. And that's why you're in the state you're in. And Guruji here is saying, look, there is a choice available. And the choice is change your mind, shift your perspective, reorient yourself. How do you do that? You do that by adopting the wisdom of Gurbani. Gur rakhe se ubre, or muthi tande thag. So it's only by Guru wisdom, which is again, as we know, innate in you and can be awakened by Gurbani. And it's innate in you, and it is in that way that the mind is stabilized and is able to see right from wrong. That's the message of this Shabad today. Until the next time, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.